What is the current plan for the firefighters on the ground after this major blaze?
Yeah, well, of course, the first priority for the firefighters on the ground here in Hong Kong is to just get those people who are still stuck inside the buildings. We are hearing that there are still nearly 300 people unaccounted for in this massive apartment complex fire. So the firefighters are just working around the clock to get those individuals out, to get those people who are still unaccounted for. Now, also, of course, the fire still does remain burning at some of these locations within the apartment complex. So the other priority, of course, is to try to extinguish those fires. Now, again, also, as we are getting more and more reports about people getting evacuated and people leaving those fiery buildings and getting put in evacuation centers, such as the one behind me, firefighters are trying to deliver more aid as well, and again, just sufficient support to get as much aid and really support as the individuals need.
And actually, we believe that many people want to know how is the investigation into the construction company's responsibility progressing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a very, very early investigation so far. We don't actually know yet the results of the investigation. It was only launched a few hours ago, but according to the Hong Kong authorities, they have arrested 3 individuals on suspicion of manslaughter. Now, these 3 individuals were tied to a specific construction site that was involved in some of the real building at this apartment complex. They actually found the name of that construction company on some of the materials that they were using. Now, authorities are raising some questions and concerns about perhaps the materials that this construction company was using. Perhaps it was too flammable, perhaps it caught fire and then spread very quickly from one building to another. Now, investigators are also looking into why people weren't evacuated more quickly when that first fire broke out. Of course, this apartment complex is comprised of 8 buildings, 7 of which were on fire. So again, why that fire spread from one building to another and so quickly are just some of the concerns right now that investigators are looking into.
So since the fire broke out yesterday, how are the people at the scene in Hong Kong doing now?
You know, I think people here are very distraught. I mean, some individuals don't even know if their family members are alive or not. We still know that at least 200 people are unaccounted for, nearly 300, in fact, at these apartment complexes. And people are still trying to contact their family members, trying to see if they're still alive, trying to see if they're getting any aid and are able to leave these apartment complexes. And I mean, as you can tell behind me, I mean, there are dozens of volunteers just at this one community center, and they're delivering an immense amount of aid, water, food, bedding for these individuals who don't have a shelter right now. So, of course, there is an immense amount of distress, but also a lot of support rallying behind this community that is seeing the worst fire since World War II in Hong Kong.
All right, thank you, Hanako. Take care.